Wednesday Wisdom. Don't be stupid. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wednesday Wisdom. We are here from Body Smart. I'm Cameron, this is Melody, and we are speaking to you runners. We want to give you our Wednesday Wisdom tip for helping your hips stay healthy and strong. So you hear often with running, like it's all in the hips, right? You've heard that before.
Oh, yeah.
Why? Do you know why that is? So a lot of the time we think of our hips, like glutes and everything, as being some of what helps you run down the road, like pushes you forward. That's actually not very true. Most of our running actually comes from our calf. Most of what propels us forward is actually our calf muscles. What the hips are really good at doing is keeping everything else in alignment. So from our core down, if our hips are strong and our glutes are strong, they really help keep our knee and feet in good alignment. So have you noticed that in your running, that if your hips are weak, like everything else is kind of out of whack?
Yeah, for sure. When I start to feel aches and pains, I try to do things to strengthen my hips.
Yeah.
I wish we could demonstrate these exercises. The exercises that you taught me with the pole in between your knees and the ball to kind of put your hips back.
Yeah, a lot of the time people feel like their hips are like out of alignment. And if we test, like they'll have one leg that's longer than the other, and it's not actually longer. It's just that kind of we get imbalances in the pelvis, right?
Yeah. So those exercises you showed me, that really helps. When I feel aches and pains, I can do those and I feel a lot better. And I definitely can tell that when I'm taking the time to strengthen my hips and just keep everything together right there, that I don't hurt as much and I feel stronger.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I feel that all the time, especially like as a warm up. One of my favorite things to do, I've even brought like a band to the starting line or things like that. Mm-hmm. I will bring one of those looped bands that are just, throwaway kind of, and I'll do what I call butt busters and monster walks. So like the forward and backward walking with the band around your ankles and side to side walking. And then this kind of series of exercises I call 4-way hip. I'll just do it really lightly, but just to kind of wake up my muscles, or on the treadmill to kind of wake up those hip muscles and help keep my knees and feet in good alignment. On the treadmill before a treadmill run, I'll actually crank it up to the highest incline, and I'll walk 1 minute forward, 1 minute side steps, 1 minute backwards, and then other side step. I'll kind of do that full 360 1 to 2 times, depending on how long the treadmill run will be. But just to really wake up those hips, get those muscles like engaged and functioning. I love that. It really helps.
No, Clam Shells and monster walks saved my life on our 100.
Yeah.
That's always the first thing that starts to hurt. Yeah. When I run is my hips. And the best way that I can explain it, and I've talked to a lot of women that can relate to this. I haven't ever talked to a man who said he understands.
Sure.
And I'm sure they're out there. But anyways, it feels like my hips are like gonna just pop out. Like it feels like they're just gonna fall out after a really long, hard run. So about between like miles 70 and 80 on my 100, my hips were just killing me. And I kept a little band in my pack, and I would stop and I would do clam shells and monster walks, and it would just pull everything back together, and I felt like I could keep running.
Right. Just engaging those glutes.
Yeah, that was so helpful.
That's fascinating, actually. It's interesting how often the same exercises that we use to strengthen them can also be the same things that help decrease our pain. We often feel like we need to rest away pain. Like, oh, my hips are hurting, so I'm just going to back off for a few days. And to me, it's actually the opposite. It's, oh, my hips are hurting. I should probably do these exercises so that I make them stronger, so that then the pain will go away. Or the next time I go to do the things that I love to do, I have the capacity to do so. And often the same exercises that help strengthen us will actually relieve that pain. And so, the clamshell is a great one for kind of building up that base strength. There's other things we can do once you get a little stronger, but it's a good place to start. We actually recommend clamshell holds rather than clamshell repetitions. I love the clamshell hold for helping my brain. Again, it's all about waking up that mind-muscle connection so that the hips are doing their job, keeping the alignment of the knee and foot really targeted and lined up. So that is kind of your tip for Wednesday Wisdom. It is all in the glutes, or all in the hips. I mean, I'm a glute guy, apparently. It's all in the hips. That was a good one. It's all in the hips, but from more of an alignment and safety standpoint than anything else. So make sure if you're having some hip pain, strengthen those glutes, or knee pain or foot pain. It's all good. It will all help decrease that pain. So focus on those things and it'll help you a lot. There's your Wednesday wisdom tip. Share this with somebody that you know is having some hip problems. Like, follow, subscribe so you can see our next episode, and we'll catch you on the next one. I'm a good guy. I'm a human highlight reel. Or maybe low light reel.